Online communities are dominating every single niche. You may get left behind if you're not implementing this the same way that you would have gotten left behind if you never even started an email list. Now, firstly, if you want more information about how to start, grow, scale, profitable, exclusive online membership communities, be sure to subscribe. We've got plenty more to go over on this crazy subject that is absolutely going to dominate the next decade. And of course, as always, I'm Nick Calabro. I've helped a handful of companies, whether they were starting from absolute scratch with no business at all and wanted to build up their own membership, whether it was a brand where they already had their core business and wanted to tack on a membership community on top of it. And of course, have tested and proven the model with some of my own businesses as well, tacking on these exclusive online membership communities. So what are the 5 main reasons why membership communities are the business of the 20s? Well, let's get into it. First and foremost, people crave community, and unfortunately, we deprive them of it. So what do I mean by this? Think about when you walk into an Apple store, for example. You're not entirely closed off in tunnel vision. Apple doesn't let you see anybody else that's in their store. No, you're surrounded by these techies and these other kind of tech people that you're essentially in a community with. Sure, you may not be engaging with everybody inside there, but there is that lobby aspect, and you still are able to see other people that are interested in the same products as you are. Now, think about the same type of conversion, purchasing something on a landing page or any type of website, whatever it might be. You have no idea who else is on that page. Think about it this way. If we can jump into a portal from a landing page and I can see everybody else that is interested in this product, isn't that a product by itself? It absolutely is. And this is something that we deprive everybody of because we don't want our customers to see each other. For some reason, the web has shoehorned us into this world where everything is just one to many. And people confuse and conflate the terms when they say, oh, my community, I love my community. You mean your email list where nobody has any idea who else anybody is? Do you realize if you just leverage that entire email list into a bucket or a barrel of people where they can communicate with each other and actually do some networking, all focused around the same type of value that you are offering, wouldn't that be a business entirely by itself? We see this already with Chamber of Commerce's, with other associations. It's being done all over the place. And the way that we're heading, it's only going to be more niche, more specific, more tight-knit. Okay. And if you don't have your email list or your community in a area to actually converse, you're going to get left behind because it's going to get scooped up and it's going to make somebody a lot of money. So the first point is that people love community. They crave it. They need it. We honestly need other people. Okay, I don't care what's going to happen with any type of metaverse, with any type of future. Yeah, we're going to be injected in pods, living in our shipping containers. Nothing's going to matter in the real world anymore. I guarantee you, you're still going to want to talk to somebody, even if it's a robot. Okay, so let's cut ahead of it, bring everybody together inside a barrel. There's your first reason. Reason number 2 is that if you're an entrepreneur, agency owner, whatever it might be, all the buzzwords that we know and love, if you are already doing any of this at all, you are probably putting in enough work without securing the revenue to actually sustain it. So what's this mean? I find entrepreneurs all the time who put more time, energy, resources into their next blog post that they're hoping is going to captivate somebody else and bring them into their world and opt in and become a lead and, possibly purchase and whatnot. Meanwhile, all their focus and energy is going into that for the people who haven't given them any money, right? Only going to potentially buy from them. Meanwhile, the actual customers are what? Left behind, right? We don't care about them as much because they've already purchased, okay? It's backwards when you think about it because the content overall is going to lack since the goal of the content is not to offer the best value possible and actually give the answers. No, the goal of the content is to get that conversion, okay? Well, the conversion is changing, okay? The conversion has changed from a conversion, a sale, an opt-in to engagement within a community. Barrels fix this because they actually front run what that conversion is, secure everyone inside a barrel, get you paid with that monthly membership due for even building the place to begin with, and you're able to take all the energy that you were going to spend on outreach and everything else and actually give it to the people who are investing in you and your offers. Okay, so you're putting in the work and you're not securing the revenue that should be rewarded to you as a result. Next up, it's easier to sell the potential of what hundreds of people could do than the result of what one offer could possibly get you. I talk to entrepreneurs all the time, and in my experience, one offer, one funnel, all the good stuff that we've known for years at this point is fine. But abstraction does not hinder you. By saying we have one strict result, one process of doing everything, that's great for a specific type of person, right? And it's also a very high ticket offer since you're offering a very hand-holding experience. But the sale of getting that same person into the community of everybody else who's doing that thing as well, the abstraction does not hurt. It actually benefits you because now you don't need to get them into a specific mind frame. You're not saying if you don't do it this way, our way or the highway, it's going to be rough, it's going to be rigorous. No, instead of saying that, and we tell potential Barrel members, hey, we're going to help you with your cold email. We have plenty of people in the group who are even CPAs that can help you out with your taxes. We've got plenty of people inside the group who are, doing this, that they followed half of our system, but then they kind of veered off. And I think that sounds a little bit similar to what you're doing. See how it offers thousands of other new permutations rather than just the one offer, one strict thing. Okay. And this is where funnels fail us, because if you're not interested in that one thing, well, you're going to leak away and then never come back. Okay. Whereas barrels, you can still offer everything that you might want to within that barrel. And the offer stands, and the people are still very happy to come in there because the offer is different. It's a different payment structure. Okay, we're not taking 10 grand off the very top. Okay, no, you're paying a much smaller membership due to be part of this community. And guess what? This is not Ascension model. Okay, Ascension model is still the same exact thing. To get that high ticket offer, we're losing money on a PDF or whatever. Enough of that. Okay, the Ascension model is, think about it what you want, right? But essentially, you have a community of beta testers, of feedback loops, of also high ticket buyers all within that community. And guess what? If nothing else, you put the same amount of energy into them as you would have just to get them as an email subscriber, but now they're actually paying you to be within your community. And also, guess what? You are not angry about offering up your time and a little bit of value for them within the barrel because they're paying to be there, right? The value balances out. The community thrives on its own. And that actually brings us to our next point, which is how communities truly do take up a life of their own. Think about when you host a party. You're the host of the party. Maybe you have a couple of your priorities straight. Ice has to be there, drinks have to be filled, food has to get here on time, right? You're not talking to every single person at that party. No, they're talking to each other, right? You're the person that brought them together, so you are already valuable in their eyes. The fact that I come into this party and I see one person and I connect with them, well, oh, wow. Where was that again? Oh yeah, Nick's party. That was such a great party. I met so many interesting people. You're the valuable person. Sure, they got some side value out of somebody else inside the group at the party or whatever, but you're the one that brought them together. So by building out your community, by finding the people who resonate with your messaging and finding other people who resonate with each other, bringing them together, that is the most valuable thing in the world. You don't need a course to pull that off. And finally, the last and probably most important and future-proofing idea here is that we really have to take a look about where the world is heading. Okay, take a look at what's happening. Understand that the main platform that all of us just know and love, Facebook, right? Change their name to something crypto related. They're softening up. They're cracking up on their NFT and crypto advertising policies, right? They even understand. They changed their name to something crypto related. I think that is a very important thing to understand. And what is crypto? Nothing but community, right? Because it's the liquidity of a community which props up NFT, coins, whatnot. This is where the world is heading. Every single crypto project is a community project first and foremost, okay? Everything is going to be transitioning into crypto. That's easy enough to understand as well. So if you're not going to implement any type of community, then you're going to get left behind because all these communities are going to become more tightly knit, more engulfed in each other and whatnot. And if you're not in that race along with them, someone's going to scoop it up before you. Okay, again, the conversion has changed. We're no longer after the opt-in. We're no longer after the sale. We're after the engagement within a community. Who has recognized this but a decade ago? Well, Facebook. right? They built the biggest and best barrel of them all, and they gamified all the engagement that they possibly could, and now it is our turn. Okay, the way that this is heading, it's absolutely going to turn into some crazy nonsense in the next decade. It's not going to be, well, it's going to be very fun. It's going to be very, very interesting, and it's going to be even more interesting to see all the communities that you guys are able to build out as a result of it as well. So let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what kind of businesses you guys are running right now. And honestly, try to stump me. I would love to see one that a community like this wouldn't work for. I've never come across a business that a community wasn't a good idea for, whether it's a brand, a local store, an online course, an agency, even whatever it might be. You're always going to benefit from a network, from a community. And of course, it's nice and steady monthly recurring revenue as well. There's really no downsides to it at all. My rule of thumb is that if you are going to build an email list for it, then you ought to just have a community as well. Now, we've created a massive guide on pretty much all the steps that are included in building a barrel, making it successful, future-proofing the heck out of it so that you're not getting left behind a couple years down the line like a lot of other entrepreneurs are right now. And I'm watching them suffer because they're so engulfed in the old way of doing things and they're not ready for this. And if you don't want to get left behind, check out the description. There's a big post in there. Go over it. Shoot me any comments that you'd like. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you all very much for watching. Now, get to work.